Hello, boys and girls, and welcome to science class with me, Teacher Ari at Ari's Academy. Even though you're at home and I'm here, we can work together to learn. If you're going to watch this experiment, great. If you want to do the experiment with me, this is what you'll need. 1 bag of Skittles, 1 round white plate, 1 warm measuring cup of water, and 1 flat table. Boys and girls, if you have all those things, we can get started. But before we actually do the science experiment, hi boys and girls, let's learn about science first. I call it the scientific method. Scientists all over the world use it. Can you say scientific method? Great job, that's how you say it. It's just meaning the order of things you have to do as a scientist to try to figure something out. Can you find the number 1 right there? Ask a question. Today, my question is, what will happen if you mix Skittles with warm water? That is my question. But your question could be anything. It could be something like, why does the sky look like the color blue? Or, why do cars stay on the road when they drive? That's how you try to learn something new, by asking a question and trying to understand it. Let's go to number 2. Gather information. I gathered information because I learned Skittles are ingredients mixed together to make a sweet treat. And I gathered information about water, how it is clear. You can see through it, and it takes the shape of a container. That's the kind of information you need to be a good scientist. Let's look at number 3. Make a hypothesis. Can you say, wait, what? What kind of word is that? Can you say hypothesis? Yes, very good. And you know why I have a little G over here on the corner? Because it's just a guess. Hypothesis is a big word for a guess. So I'm going to guess that when the warm water touches the Skittles ingredients, they're going to turn into monkeys that live at the zoo. That's a guess, right? That's a silly guess. But that's what I mean. Why do you think the sky looks blue? Maybe it's because you think a painter painted it. I'm not sure. Why do you think cars stay on the road when they're driving? I'm not sure either. But you always have to make a guess before you can get started. Next, my favorite, do the experiment. We're going to do this experiment together using our Skittles and our water and our plate. Then, number 5, understand the results. That just means after you're all done, see if you were right. Did those Skittles turn into monkeys that live at the zoo? What happened? Try to figure out what happened to make your experiment go the way or end the way it did. And then, very starred, very big, right here at the bottom, share it with a friend. Boys and girls, I know that if I like to learn something new, I like to share it with a friend. Then they can learn it too. So when we're done with our experiment, share it with your mom, share it with your dad, share it with your grandma, with your grandpa, with your neighbor, with your dog, with your cat, with your fish, with your salamander, with your frog, with whatever, with your stuffed animals. But make sure you spread the knowledge and share with people what you learned so they can get smart too, and their brain can grow as big as yours. Well, I think it's time. Should we do the experiment? Let's do it. All right, so first thing you need to do is find your bag of Skittles. I've got that right here. Perfect. Lower the camera down a little bit. Grab your bag of Skittles. And don't forget, you can kind of tear a little corner off right here. Do that. And then put them on the plate. Whoa! That is a lot of rainbow of colors right there. That's for sure. Now, this is the fun part. I want you to start to push all of the Skittles to the edge of the plate. And I want you to try not to let 2 colors that are the same be next to each other. So if you've got a red, you kind of want to put a green next to it, or a yellow, or an orange. You don't want to have 2 colors next to each other. You could, but I'm trying to see the way the water interacts with each one of these colors. So I'm going to keep them separate from each other. Remember when we were studying 100 days of school, how some of you had been in school for 100 days and you brought 100 things to school and we lined them up? Well, it's kind of like you're lining these up, but instead of a straight line, you're lining them up in a round line, like a circle line. How does yours look? Are you getting it done? I've got about half of my plate done. I still have to work all the way back around to the other side. Remember, you're trying to make a big circle with the Skittles. A big circle that goes all the way around the plate. Here we go. It's coming together. I need some more over here. And now, keep in mind, remember, you're trying not to let two colors that are the same, like you don't want two oranges next to each other or two reds. You want it to kind of be a different color next to each one. All right, make sure you move them back so they kind of fit a circle shape. Oh, it's coming together. It's coming together for sure. I'm gonna swap out an orange for that yellow. I'm gonna swap out an orange for that one too. Oh yes, it's coming together. It looks good. Squeeze one more in here maybe. Maybe back it up there a little bit. Okay, how's it looking, boys and girls? Yours looks good, I bet. I've got some extra ones here in the middle. I'm gonna move those off the plate since we don't need those. You can take your extras, maybe if you do a good job on your experiment, and eat all your vegetables at dinner. Your mom and dad might let you have a couple of these little Skittle treats. I haven't had Skittles for so many years. I wonder what they taste like. Oh, that's an experiment. That's a whole nother experiment we could do. What the taste of Skittles is. All right, I've got it. Whew, ta-da. Okay, how does yours look, boys and girls? Does it look like this? They're all kind of in the right spot, looking good. All right, next thing we have to do is get the warm water. If you need help lifting your warm water, ask a mom or dad to help you. You can use both hands. There's a little spout right there at the top. See the little spout right here? That's what you want to try to pour the water out of, nice and slowly, right down onto the middle of the plate. Here we go, boys and girls. Get your water ready. You don't want to pour it too fast. No splashing, please. Just a little bit of water. The warm water, try to fill all the area so that the whole plate gets covered in water. There we go, perfect. Then you put the water down gently. All right, I'm gonna zoom in just a little bit here so you can take a look and see. All right, we've got the Skittles. They're all in their spot. You should be looking at your plate as well. Does it look like this? What? Well, wait a second, boys and girls. Wait just a moment. I see something happening. Is this happening on your plate too? Oh my goodness. The Skittles mixed with the water, but they didn't turn into monkeys that live at the zoo, boys and girls. This warm water mixed with the Skittles that are on my plate. Whoa, they are making a rainbow of colors. I wonder why they called this science experiment a rainbow of colors. How's does your look? I mean, do you have the colorful colors coming off? That's what's happening. I think I figured it out, boys and girls. Remember how we made that hypothesis, what we might think happened from the board with the G for guess? Well, I was wrong, but I think I figured it out now. Remember number 5, understand the results? Boys and girls, that warm water has touched the Skittles, and the ingredients on the outside of the Skittles, that hard candy coating, is coming off of the Skittles. It's coming off the Skittles and onto the plate, mixing with the water. This is amazing. Look carefully, and you can see how the colors used to be just on the Skittles. But now the color is moving toward the middle of the water. The water, oh yes, the water, when it touches that hard candy coating outside of a Skittle, starts to pull those ingredients, those colors, away from the Skittles and onto the plate, into the water. Oh, boys and girls, I can't wait to see yours. If your rainbow of colors experiment looks like this, I'd love to see it. You can snap a picture of it. You can email it to me or text it to me here at the school. Teacher Amy and I will be so excited to see if your Skittle plate, rainbow of colors, looks beautiful, just like mine. What a wonderful experiment. I love that we learned about the scientific method today. I love that you were here doing the science experiment with me. Now, the last part, don't forget, boys and girls, to share it with a friend or a family member or a pet. Please tell them all about the scientific method, the steps to the scientific method we learned about, especially that G, the hypothesis, the guess, like what was going to happen. And now, guess who's a scientist? You're a scientist. Even though you're at home and I'm here at school, we're learning together. And now you're a little scientist at home, I'm a little scientist at school, and our brains are getting bigger. Okay, let's check back one more time on my plate here, see how those Skittles are looking. Whoa, they're coming together. The color is going to meet in the middle, I'm sure of it, eventually, long enough. I bet if we wait, those Skittles will mix their colors in the middle. Awesome, boys and girls. Thank you so much for coming to science class today. Now, next time... Oh, you know what that bell means, boys and girls. I have to go get ready for story time. Well, boys and girls, I hope your science experiment turned out great. Mine is looking really good. I'm not going to move my plate. I hope you don't move yours either. I'm going to leave this sitting here for a little while to see if these colors can finally meet right in the middle. That's what I think is going to happen. Thanks for coming to class, boys and girls. Oh, I'm getting the bell again. Teacher Amy needs me at Circle. I'm going to go work on story time. I'll see you there. Thanks again, everybody. Congratulations. Yay, you did it. Rainbow of colors.